Sokpara, and Izideli. Oh, what a lovely strike at the ball! Declan, Izideli! Conte, still Conte. It's 3.
So, Liverpool out of Europe, good night from us. Well, is that how I'm going to be ending this programme tonight? I certainly hope not, but those 3 goals that Strasbourg scored 2 weeks ago have clearly posed a big problem here for Liverpool tonight. Well, let's get a view from Alan and Trevor. You said on Saturday night that Liverpool have got to score early, haven't they, tonight?
I think Liverpool have got to play very well, and also Strasbourg must play badly. If Liverpool can get an early goal, then they'll put Strasbourg under pressure, give the crowd something to shout about, and also Strasbourg might have a little look at it, and you know, they might fold under the pressure. Teams have done that in the past here, but the important
thing... You think European teams still do that?
I think so. I think if you put them under pressure, they can be fragile. Crowd have got to play their part. Big vocal support, get Strasbourg under pressure, but for me, from the start, it's got to be attack, attack, attack. Now, you can do that with control. I don't think you can sit back and just play and go for openings. I think you've got to put Strasbourg under pressure right from the word go.
Okay. The danger is, though, Trevor, this team looks as though they can score goals on the break. They look so useful.
Well, they were very pacey, weren't they? Down the flanks, they got in a lot of early crosses, which caused Liverpool, problems. I think, as much as anything, Liverpool, if you look at them going forward, I mean, they've certainly got Owen there now as a second strike, which I think is important. But you just think they're capable of scoring the goals. Will they leak one in at the other end? We say, 7 months ago when they played Paris Saint-Germain, then they just got to 2-0. They faced the same situation. They needed to get 3, and it was very, very exciting. I think they're going to go close tonight.
They're capable of getting 4 goals?
I think they could score 3 or 4. It's just a case of whether that bit of concentration and, as you say, the counter-attacking style of Strasbourg could just cost them that goal.
I don't think they worry about losing goals, because they've got to score the goals to win. You've got to go out and
you can't go out with any real caution. You go out with obviously expertise, but not too much caution.
Yeah. I think that if they don't get the goal in the first 20 minutes, then it's going to be a long night. The first 20 minutes is crucial. Get them under pressure. Let's see what they're made of.
Oh, well, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope they can do it. And we'll join now our commentary team for the night, Mark Lawrenson, and first, Barry Davis.
I was found, there's a golden sky.
Well, as you can tell, the Liverpool anthem in full cry, and I'm not going to compete with that. The atmosphere is right. Is the Liverpool team? Well, a very relaxed Roy Evans has decided to leave well alone. It's the team which drew at Bolton on Saturday. The chances made this time will have to be taken. Curiously, it's the lineup he probably wishes he'd now played in the away leg.
Well, Liverpool approach the first leg with just the one striker. Tonight in their search for goals, it will be a three-pronged attack with McManaman tucked in behind both Fowler and Owen. At the back, it's a four-man defence, not 5, with the onus on Jones and Bjornaby to join in and give them the width as often as possible.
Strasbourg make 2 changes, one forced on them. Valerian Ismail comes in for Philippe Rashka, who has a knee injury, and Christophe Kine, who was suspended from the first leg, is preferred to Frédéric Apinon in midfield, which suggests a win for Bite over creation. We'll see.
Strasbourg, with the inclusion of that extra defensive midfield player in Kine, will look to protect what they already have. They will look to the pace of Collet down the right and the skills of Zitelli and Conti to score the all-important away goal.
Robbie Fowler, 84 goals in 100 appearances here at Anfield. It's a magnificent record which he'll need to add to tonight. In contrast, his partner, young Michael Owen, yet to score for the first team at Anfield. And here's the man they have to beat, Alexander Benson. Played well in the home leg of Strasbourg. Rune Pedersen of Norway was our referee. This is Susha Parek, familiar with playing here. He played twice in the European Championships of 1996. First speed of the ball for David Jones. Quaniman, Björneby. A lot of running already by Owen, trying to remove his marker from the ground that he wants to take. And Ismail seems to be going with him, and Okpara with Fowler. Susha Parek between the two. McManaman, Fowler. Jones on the overlap, two in the middle. And the goalkeeper gets a good fist. He's quite prepared to come for the ball, a little bit hurried then by Paul Ince. They'll be looking for more control from Paul Ince than that, I suggest. As you can see, it's raining quite hard, and the crowd already playing their part. Free kick for offside. Got well to it, got good distance. But Ince was rather hurried. Dominic Matteo, looking at Leonardson. That's a foul by Leonardson. Very, very strong challenge. Over there is Dacour. Quite lucky not to be booked. Batikla, captain, places the ball, but he's going to leave it to Ismail. Leonards. Björneby. Susha Parek.
I think Susha Parek is going to be the key for Strasbourg. He's playing very, very deep. He's just allowing the two markers to go tight on both Owen and Fowler, and he's dropping off at every available instance.
Redknapp. Jamie Redknapp, only his fourth game back after his broken ankle. And he's done very well in those games, the three previous ones. Certainly one of the better players in the first leg a fortnight ago when he made his return. Owen. Plenty of time for David James. Zitelli, who went in for the possible block. Matteo. Ball was out, says the linesman. The assistant referee, I wonder if I'll ever get used to calling him that. They've always been referees anyway. It seems to me to be a complete nonsense changing things like that. Leonardson. Redknapp looks for the long ball. It's comfortably cut out though by Okpara. Had a really good game. That's a bit short from McManaman. No nerves at all from the French, but some for the home side. McManaman starting the game wide on the right flank, not tucked in, and being followed everywhere by Collet, who will certainly match him for pace. Whether for the rest of the requirements of the game remains to be seen. Not the first 5 minutes. Goal kick.
There's a clever ball by Matteo. At least it's turned Strasbourg round at the back at the moment. Liverpool have started off very brightly, but the passing hasn't been good. It's all been in front of the Strasbourg back five. Once you start to turn them around, then you give that element of doubt in the defender's mind.
Conte, and no foul, says the referee. Beaten by Ince. His clearance wasn't a good one. Ince has started really rather poorly, and I think he's going to be booked. And if Liverpool get through, he will not play in the next leg. I must say I'm disappointed with Paul Ince. You expect a player of his quality to set an example, and he's been going around like, what was it Graham Taylor used to call some England players?
Well, there's no doubt he deserved his yellow. He just given the ball away. And his desperation to get the ball back, his tackle was late.
Really isn't the lead you're looking for from your skipper. He's just over-eager. Zitali. Well, we've seen how he strikes the ball, and with either foot. Hits it cleanly, but David James just able to watch it. Rob Jones, useful. Steve McManaman, Fowler on the near post. They're still there. Leonardson further across. Up comes Redknapp, he's unlucky. The pass was slightly behind him and he couldn't quite control it, trying to take it in stride. 7 against 7 down that right side. 20 against 18. Good advantage played by the referee, but Collet will with the second booking. Why he wants to shake hands with the referee, I don't know. Perhaps he just wanted to keep the card. We've had 2 bookings, we might well have had 3. Baticle. Zitali. Baticle. Matteo gets away with a bit of a push. Conte, scorer of the 3rd goal in the first leg. Away by Quaremont, not with confidence. Back by Collet, not well. Kine trying to get the ball to come down. And Jones putting it out of harm's way briefly. McManaman. Ince. Jones. Collet, having won the ball, was immediately looking to attack. Redknapp. Owen. Ince. Places, well, it promised to be a better ball than anything previously. Just picked up a bit of pace. It's still raining. It's that light, fine rain, but welcomed by the groundsman. But the pitch was watered an hour or so before kick-off. Zitelli, Baticle, Fowler, Owen. He's had no change out of Ismail yet. Free kick against Redknapp. He just got enough of the ball coming round the side for the referee to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It's actually a good tackle by Redknapp, and today's day and age, a tackle from behind is deemed a foul. It's just important really for Liverpool just to settle down and get the passing going and get the movement going, and they're not going to score a goal at the moment because everything's too frantic. Let's get some width from Jones down the right, Bjornaby down the left, and let's just get the passing and movement going.
Been a lot of talk about the need of scoring an early goal. I have to say, I think it's more important that when they score one, that they score the second while they're on top, and then they would have their side rocking. Obviously, the sooner the better. But they mustn't panic themselves into chasing everything. That's a goal kick. Liverpool trying to do something that they haven't done previously, and indeed no English club has done, coming back from 3 goals behind. Kilmarnock and Hibernian among 20 clubs or so who have come back in the UEFA Cup from a 3-goal deficit. Of course, it was a brave attempt to get against Paris Saint-Germain when they scored after 12 minutes, but then not until the 79th. They couldn't get the third. Owen. Oh, that's a blatant use of an arm for me, and the referee says goal kick. What a poor challenge by Ismail.
Just a case of arm across the body of Owen. I think the referee decided that Owen had pushed the ball too far forward, and Ismail was quite right in what he did in just blocking Owen off.
Dare I say, spoken like a defender. Redknapp seems to be doing rather calmer than a lot of people around him, which is a good sign not only for Liverpool but also for England. Cromer. Rob Jones. McManaman. Usually double, on another occasion triple cover. It's a bit short for McManaman. It's a second chance. And Ismail acknowledging to Alexander Wenzel that he didn't hear the shout. Redknapp's cross. Off Robbie Fowler. Forward, but Ismail, who would have played in the first match between these two, but he was on the suspended list. Redknapp. Offside, McManaman. Ismail, seemingly a little troubled by hamstring, I think. He's not happy with his movement. That's the coach, Jackie Peru. Incidentally, the 44th coach in 50 years at Strasbourg. So it's not only the Premiership to get rid of their managers when they shouldn't, as this week. Comes left, Para goes with him. For a moment, Ismail lost his man. Here he is, Owen. Stick by Colley. Unlucky, McManaman. It's the first time he's got away. Suddenly, Strasbourg found they had two, marking one. Silly free kick for Conte to concede. McManaman. Always having to take on at least two.
The thing also that McManaman has to recognise is if he gets a chance is to run at Colley. Colley already recipient of a yellow card. If he can get Colley backing away into his penalty area, then maybe Liverpool can get something from that.
Owen made the run. Fowler in behind him as a result of that run. Four Liverpool players in the box. Owen. Fowler. That's a really good save again, just got a hand to it. Bit of hesitation then for the first time for Strasbourg. Lennartson, nobody right side. Björneby. Ince. Lennartson. Zitelli, very much the home hero of the first match. Since when, incidentally, Strasbourg have played two matches, lost one and drawn one, and they've dropped from 13th to 14th. Liverpool have gone up from 9th to 8th. That's not satisfying too many people hereabouts. Right, I think. He didn't make contact, but it was a bit wide. That's Okpara who's down, but I may have seen that wrongly, but I don't know whether he hurt himself having jumped out of the way from Redknapp's challenge.
Well, there seemed to be nothing wrong, and the fact he didn't seem to take anything from Redknapp in his challenge. And you have to admit, Barry, he was in possession of the football, so to give it away by sitting down and claiming a foul would seem to be rather a strange decision.
Alexander Wenzel did well here on this low cross. He lost it, but I think it was a bit of a surprise to a lot of his defenders around that it came across at all, and he survived the melee which followed. Batitli. French seem to have more time, and of course they have more time. Theirs isn't the need. But they're generally passing the ball better, and they're back to full side with Okpara back. Just a slight pull as he jumped in the air. He showed a good grimace. But I think it was more in the mind than in the leg. Too strong. He did well to get there, Redknapp. Sorry to say it, but there really isn't too much praise.
No, it's all too frantic at the moment. The problem is Liverpool roared on by the crowd. What they really need to do is just take the foot off the accelerator pedal at the moment. And again, as I said, just really get the passing going. And they're looking to hit far too clever balls at the moment. They just need to get themselves, everybody have a touch.
That will be a booking for Mgugi, rather. Left the foot in after he'd gone, just made contact with the instep. Referee right on the spot. Sushaparek. Okpara covering behind him. McManaman. Jones. Goal kick. I think Jones was a little hopeful in appealing for a free kick, that he was nudged off the ball. But the needs of the hour so far an impediment to Liverpool's football.
On the two occasions Liverpool have actually got the crosses in, one down the right, one down the left. It's been the movement of the two front players that's made it possible, but unless the service to the front players is good, it's not going to be possible.
Hence Redknapp. Well, who started this time sparkling form as a runner, now has to chase McManaman. Dominic Matteo won there. McManaman. Redknapp. Their efforts to encourage, the crowd in fact are not helping. Man in possession is being rushed when he doesn't want to be. Sushaparek, that's easy. Particular. Jones. Ball by David James in the French half. Owen. Oh, he's got away. And he's done well, and Leonardson can get the foul out. The first ray of hope on the evening. His pace took Owen away from his marker, Ismail. The cross was a bit too sharp for Leonardson. And then Fowler couldn't keep it down, but it's the best thing Liverpool have produced by a distance. Yanabi. Jones. Redknapp found some real space. Didn't find a real shot. Well, it was a nasty little grubber that the goalkeeper was happy to turn away. Taken very quickly. A bit of pressure now on the French side. One attack, swiftly followed by another. Had some menace.
Good ball in by Bjornaby, wasn't it, from the left-hand side? Inviting the goalkeeper to try and come and claim it, and also for Liverpool to get on the end of it. I think McManaman is the one who just had the last touch, and in fact Matteo was in a far better position than McManaman.
Matteo well up at the other end. Started this, and there are plenty forward here. This is Ngugi. Quarim. Suddenly, the French court with a lot of players forward, which is a bit curious. It's Ngugi who's facing McManaman. Doesn't look as good as Collet's looked. Way by Aquara. A little bit of the change in the balance of play. French composure now seem to have a few holes. Matteo. Leonardson. No. Fall by Fowler. Held things up a little bit after not the best piece of play by Øyvind Leonardsen. Jones. Ince. Just about to say there's no width. They all got pulled across to the right side.
It was just unfortunate that Ince never saw Kavama making a run on his outside. He started to move off and kept on running, and Ince only had eyes for the left-hand side.
Strasbourg throw. French club in European football for only the 8th time. Best performance was in the European Cup, following their only win of the championship in '79. They got to the quarter-finals of '79-80. And here's McManaman in a bit of space. Fowler pulls away. Øyvind Leonardsen. He was challenged by Dacour just in the nick of time. Good look up from McManaman. Nice pullback and a good challenge. Fowler actually found a bit of space over to the left, but it's easy to say that now. There, but a curl. And two players in each other's way again. And again, Dominic Matteo, the player coming from the wider angle.
Well, one can only assume again, like the McManaman incident with Bjornaby's cross, that on that occasion to Fowler, Matteo never said anything to him, otherwise he had a free header.
Against Bjornaby. Conte was offside.
In the last 10 minutes, Liverpool have just started to make themselves a few chances. Purely and simply, they've started to get the ball in wide positions. Bjornaby down the left-hand side on a couple of occasions, but primarily McManaman down the right.
Bogey. Collet. Parek, sort of ball so easy for a spare man at the back. Well played Redknapp, but it almost fell unkindly. So a third of the contest is gone. Liverpool have an hour to score 3. Matteo. Owen, he's always the first to offer. Hold it a little bit closer to himself there. Fowler and Okpara. Liverpool throw. And Liverpool empty seats. Not full, infield. Fowler. Corner. The Norwegian referee was again very well placed. Yannaby. Cottinger's the back man. Matteo. Yannaby. Kine. Offside. Conte found himself watching, but the referee allows play to continue. Didn't come off. Good cover by Italy. Role rather different from the first leg. Liverpool have certainly got a lot better in the last 10 minutes. McManaman trying for the first time from the left side. Again finding a double up.
As soon as McManaman moved over to the left, there was his shadow, Collet.
Cricket. And Ismail beginning to find smaller and very quick Michael Owen a bit of a problem. Ismail, rated by France Football as the most consistent player in the Strasbourg side last season. Redknapp. Well, he had a clear view of it, but the ball curled away rather than curling back. Worth the try, because the French didn't seem to be really organised.
Yes, it really needs to wrap your right foot round it, certainly from that distance. You saw the goalkeeper was still lining the wall up, but in his desperation he actually sliced the ball.
Yannaby. Difference in the stride pattern. Varian and Ismail. Liverpool 2-1 on to win the match tonight, but their odds of going on to win the trophy have fallen from 16 to 1 to 50 to 1, rather surprisingly. Nice touch, McManaman. Yannaby, oh, just when it needed a good cross. It's a throw to Strasbourg. Björneby's view of his failure very clear. Redknapp. I think he won that one. Ismail certainly thought so.
It's been a feature of Redknapp's game in the first half. He's been very, very quick into the tackle, very, very quick onto the loose ball. He's won every 50-50, and he's really tried to set the trend for Liverpool.
Posse of 5 to come right to left. Björneby, straight at the goalkeeper in the end. Owen. Free kick again against Ismail. He's the one who has been a thorn in their side. And the difference in physique and allied to his pace has been the main reason. Jones. Forward run by Ince. And he's been given room to make the cross. Dacour got it away. Tiklu got it out. 2 up. Trying to get the ball in behind Tolle. Kine. Careful. That's got to be seen, and this could be problems. Conte the runner, but Dominic Matteo reading it well. Great applause from the clock in particular. Barra goes right. Bannerman on the touchline on the halfway line. Handball by Italy. Redknapp looking for the early run. Ince. Jones. Leonardson makes the run out to the right. Jones tries to use the space. Matteo. Björneby. Well seen. Jones under pressure from Conte. And he's credible. Leonardson. Doggy quickly to him. Ince. McManaman. That's better. It was a good challenge by Italy. Pace has been unrelenting throughout the half, but there's far greater control now in the way that Liverpool are playing. This is Redknapp. Goalkeeper was always going to win that. Good eyes, good body, good hands. To a good strike. Redknapp is having a stormy match. Fowler. McManaman. Only one this time. Now they're queuing up behind. Vianovic. One before half-time. For Liverpool to feed on, and the French to feel in their dressing room. Matteo this time was queuing up and waiting, and it screwed off the head of Okpara. So it is good to see a player who picks up that position. Quite often you see a ball go across in the Premiership, and no one's ever coming from that angle.
Also, the delivery is very, very good from there. I'm impressed with Bjornovic's delivery. Left foot, he just wraps it round, it gets lots of pace, and it just inviting people to attack the ball.
Italy. Kelly. Strasbourg. Ismail. Can be done by the French. When I say French, there are Belgians, and Nigerians and Moroccans on their side. Collet didn't turn professional for number 22. Over-eager again, for Leeds. Tickler. Conte, come inside, there's a problem. Doesn't see anybody else, and there were others to be seen. Fortunately for Liverpool, his eyes were closed. McManaman. That's well played, and he was pulled and fouled by Decour. Side, now joined by Leonardson's a bit deeper. Ince in the middle, McManaman going wide to the right. Quarimo arriving to the right as well, beyond the far post. Vianovic takes off the head of Ismail. Leonardson, I'm not sure whether he realised how close that was to the goal, but neither did his opponents. Vianovic. Ince, too strong. Atikla. Chased by his opposing captain. Ziteli. Ismail loses out, and Fala. Well, he came close to doing that in the first leg. Invention and vision. That's not the punch, but he gets good distance on his punches. Fowler. Ironic, the nearest he's come has been from such a distance. Matteo. Redknapp. So many players around for that ball to bisect. We're in the last minute of the half, as you see. Strasbourg hasn't really been troubled enough. But as the half has gone on, Liverpool have certainly got better. Their start was all half and not too much head.
In fact, as Liverpool have got tired, the football's become better, the passing has become crisper, the movement has also become better, and the making of chances has increased.
That's nice, McManaman. Chase Bojitali. A good job. One look at the watch by the Norwegian referee. Can't be too much stoppage time. Goal kick. Well, it was very inventive. Pearl, goalkeeper, had his eyes on it all the way. He could only palm it away and then he chased.
It was brilliant vision, wasn't it, by Fowler? What he didn't see, however, was a great run that Michael Owen had made, but nobody would have a go at him for trying to score from that distance.
Free kick. Liverpool. Now, time, space for Jones. Good cross needed. Well out by Fowler, but he was trying to get onto the end of a ball that was going across his face. Nobody was coming in from behind in the way that Dominic Matteo has done from set pieces. And at half-time, the score sheet of the second leg remains blank, which means the lead of 3 goals has been maintained by the French of Strasbourg. So much effort at the start, which was counterproductive, got better as the half went on, but Liverpool now only have 45 minutes for those 3 goals.
3 to draw, 4 to win. How do you feel they played in that first half then, Alan?
I thought initially they were very poor. They didn't pass it well, didn't move well, and then they came into it. If Strasbourg have got a weakness, it's definitely there. Liverpool have cleared the back post 3 times, and for one reason or another, they haven't had the success that they should have had because they've had good balls. And Trevor and I both agree that Strasbourg, as I said, but poor in there when it's coming across them quick. Unfortunately for Liverpool, the best player in there is on the bench, so sooner or later, I think,
well, he might not
Riedler will come on.
Do you think so, Trevor? Do you think they bring him on?
I think they have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would have pulverised them in the first half because, I mean, Liverpool aren't great in the air with the players they've got on the pitch.
They've got no fight up front,
they
have
haven't,
they?
and yet they've won a few balls. And 3 times at the far post, they could have scored. So I think Riedler has to come on. To be fair to Strasbourg, I think they've defended well, a bit like the old French lorry drivers, aren't they? They're pretty good blockade they put up, and I think it surprised us. I didn't think they'd be as good as that defensive, but they've marked tight. They've had something to hang on to, and I think they've done well.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot by Fowler towards the end of that half. They're great vision to see the opportunity with the goalkeeper off his line.
He had one in the first half, didn't he, where it was a dip-in volley. This one is on the floor, so the only minus on this, it's hanging in the air a long time. That gives a chance for Wenzel to get back. I mean, he's always, I think, got that one under control. Great vision, but you know, I think it was always a goalkeeper's ball.
He does well to pinch it initially, and the vision is great. I think he clips it well. It's just unfortunate that the keeper was another 3 or 4 yards off his line, and then it's in the back of the net.
Most keepers tip that one over the bar there, don't they?
In the end, it was a Hollywood save. Well, it was because he could have caught it.
Okay. Let's look at 1 or 2 of the other chances for Liverpool in that first half. Owen had a cross for Fowler to get Fowler on the end of it.
This is Owen does well on the right-hand side, loses the marker, gets it across. I think it's Leonardson comes in, breaks the Fowler, and you would bet your bottom dollar he put that in the back of the net, but he just scooped it over the top.
I think, I mean, you know, Owen's pace, if he can get out wide, to just get behind the defence. You can see at the moment, Leonardson, if it's in front, he's got, you know, beyond the defender, but he has to go back for it. And then, you know, on his left foot, I would have expected probably to keep that down better, I must say.
Great chance for him.
Do you think the approach is almost a little too frenetic in the, you know, early on?
Well, if you've got to stand like that, but it's got to be controlled, and that means that if the passing movement's good, then you can get after them. The thing is, if the passing movement's bad, then sort of 9 times out of 10 you'll be chipping it in the air to Fowler and Owen, and that isn't any good. If you can pass and move and get the French defenders turning, then you'll have a chance. And it showed. If Once or twice they got to the byline, crossed it in, they were under all sorts of pressure, but unfortunately they couldn't get the goal.
Here's one of the chances in the air that you were talking about for Liverpool.
Well, Beyond has got some good crosses in. You know, Steve McManaman comes in, but Michael Owen is just beyond him. See, if he doesn't get the first header, Michael Owen facing the goal would have headed it down comfortably, I think. But Bjorn is the only natural left footer this side, isn't he?
He's whipped him in well. I mean, that's a great ball and difficult to defend against. But I think if Riedler's there at the back post, that's in the back of the net.
And I also think if you got Berger as a natural left footer, I mean, Leonardson gets forward well, but he keeps coming in on his right foot, whereas I think, you know, natural left footer with Berger.
He was involved in this, Leonardson. How do you feel he's settling into this Liverpool team? He hasn't played many games.
Well, he's had injuries as well, Des. You know, he hasn't been back in the side that long. I mean, at this stage, I think you've got to say well done to De Keur, the number 14, who did sort of give him a little nudge, and he couldn't keep it down.
That's good defending.
They are defending well on the ground, aren't they?
Good. Yeah. Actually, good ball from Jones. Good movement from McManaman. Looks up, picks Leonardson well, but you've got to give the defender credit. He's come across and it's a good block.
Now, we had a thought early on, didn't we, that Owen, was it a penalty? Or it wasn't really, but we know it wasn't. But I mean, you know, we'll have another look at it for the sake of it and see what the
Ismail, the right hand comes out. I've said this along. If your right hand comes out and you're favourite to get the ball, then you haven't got a problem. But I don't think he's favourite to get the ball
there. Do you think it might have been a penalty there, do you?
I think it's obstruction. I think it's obstruction.
Yeah. I don't think that's a pen. I mean, he's going at a pace. Ismail's been a bit of a pain all round, really. He keeps getting his toe and this time in the arm. But the first
it's outside
contact,
anyway.
It's outside
the box.
But it's obstruction, if anything.
Yeah. Okay. So the plea is to bring Riedler on for the second half, and
I think at some stage you'll bring him on.
Yeah.
And obviously they need a goal early in the first half.
They definitely need a goal early in the second half. But the odds are lengthening, aren't they? Now, I mean, it's a long shot.
We're not allowed to bet, though, are we?
We're not. No. Well, they're not. They're not. But
first 5 minutes.
But don't go away, because they might do it. You never know. In the meantime, let's take a look at two of the Premiership matches we've had since Saturday, starting with Everton against Southampton.
David Hirst has taken up a good position out here on the right. Everton might wonder where the defender has gone. Le Tissier! Oh, a splendid goal by Southampton. Here's Kevin Davis, faced by Oster. Just brushing past the youngster's challenge. Still Davis. He's still got the ball at his feet. Oh, what a great goal!
Linegan. Not the best of clearances. This is Shipley, and it's a gift goal. Smith. Shipley. Oh, well done by Shipley. Super goal. Hudson! West Ham are back in the game. Unsworth. Now Moncur. Abu. Neatly to Lampard. Still Frank Lampard. From 2-0 down to 2-2. Thanks in part to a sweet strike from the right boot of Frank Lampard, on whom the lights have now gone out.
And I'm afraid the lights more or less stayed out there, and the match was abandoned, and both teams would tell you they would definitely have won if the match had gone on, so that will be played again, of course. Right, it's goal of the month time now. You know the rules here. You have to pick the top 3 from the 10 goals that you're about to witness now.
Right in the penalty area, so is Parler. This is Bergkamp. Tried to curl it! Oh, fantastic! This is Leonardson for Liverpool. And Cavani
Foul with one chop down the touchline. Bit of a dive in by Gary Neville, and one chop away. Berg across. Oh, and he's gone straight through him. And one chop has done it against United again.
Three minutes left. Viali. Leboeuf. It needed something special, and Leboeuf has delivered.
Magilton. The block was by Vega. Penn. Ginola. And Armstrong is simply screaming for it in the middle. Now Vega. Ginola! One of his very best.
Okpara having his presence forward. Susha Parak is already there. Here's Okpara, and he's Italy. Oh, what a lovely strike of the ball!
The free kick quickly taken. Giggs. Flying down that left side. Giggs on the right foot. Oh, it's three. Manchester United oozing confidence. Solskjaer. Here's Paul Scholes in on Watson. It's 6-0.
That's well taken down by little Dominguez. And that's a goal! What was that? All of 35 yards!
Gallagher. Peacock is accusing Gallagher of diving. The referee wasn't impressed either. This is Gillespie. Well taken down. Beautifully finished.
There you are. You've had a good look at the 10 goals and how to enter. You ring that number, of course, and if you pick the top three in the right order to agree with our experts, you could win that nice prize there. So there we are. Karl-Heinz Riedle, incidentally, is out, and he's been warming up. Alan and Trevor, as you know, suggesting that if he comes on, it might be a different story for Liverpool here, who at the moment are 0-0 with Strasbourg and 3-0 down on aggregate at the moment. Now, here's a man who was involved in a famous night when Liverpool were in the European Cups against St Etienne many years ago. David Fairclough, he's there with Ray.
There's the real super sub. David, what can Liverpool do now? Is it all over?
Of course it's not over, because there's still 45 minutes to go, and I think most Liverpool fans would have expected them to have got the break much earlier than the half-time break, and I think now they've got to go and get one very early, as Alan has said earlier on, and hope for the best and get bodies into the box more than anything else.
Liverpool supporters have had a lot to say about the team over the past couple of weeks. There's nothing wrong with the commitment there tonight.
No, the lads are trying, but perhaps they've lost their little bit of direction for me, and I think Owen and Fowler have struggled a shade, and I think they've got to get more people into the box, and I think it would be an obvious move to bring somebody like Riedler into the play now, and perhaps even Berger.
Now, Liverpool defensively, they can't afford to let anything slip, because one goal completely finishes the whole thing.
That's right, that's the main danger, and has been all night, obviously, that they should leave the door open a little bit in their efforts to push for the goal, but they've looked reasonably sound at the back. Kavama and Matteo have remained nice and tight. They are very dangerous and they're very quick, but I think it's all hands to the pump and get bodies forward now and get the crowd's passion going as well.
Now, any mention of that famous goal you scored against St Etienne in 1977, 20 years ago, any mention of that tonight?
Incredible, yeah. A lot of people, you know, bring back great memories of St Etienne. Perhaps it's a different type of occasion, because we were always in with a shout that night. There was only one goal to claw back, But on this occasion, it is something special needed.
David, you don't look a day older.
I feel a little bit older, but it's nice of you to say so.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Can't believe it's 20 years ago, can you, that famous night? You would have played with David quite a bit, of course.
I've played a few times.
Yeah.
Ball over the top, one, two, quick, in the back.
Fast.
5 minutes to go, though. 5 minutes to go. Come on, son. Ball over the top, one. Get Trevor marking him.
Yeah.
Bit of pace down the line.
Got us relegated, he did, in 1978. He scored in the last game of the season.
I don't think, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever appreciated the super sub line very much, did he?
Well, you never appreciate that. You want to play right from the start, but when he played from the start, he could never score. You bring him on 10 minutes to go, he was guaranteed to score.
Right. Well, we understand no changes for either team here, so let's go back out and see what happens. Riedler might make a showing in due course, we will see, but it's back to Mark and Barry. Let's see what Liverpool can do in this half.
What we could do with somebody, Mark, who's guaranteed to score, to use Alan Hansen's expression.
Well, the game changes now as well completely, but I think Roy Evans said before the game that it's a case of almost caution for the first half, and then of course now with just 45 minutes left, you have to take some chances, and if that means you take chances defensively, then you do in trying to win the tie and claw the goals back.
And Liverpool in the second half will attack the Kop end. Served them well in the past. The team of 1997 trying to live up to their illustrious forebears. Matteo. Ince. Leonard. It's not a familiar chant here, is it?
No, straight away Liverpool made a tactical change, which is McManaman, who finished on the left-hand side. He started in the second half there, and Roy Evans has pulled Ivan Leonardson over to play down the right-hand side.
That's what he did against Derby County, although slightly earlier, and Liverpool scored 4 goals. Still got Collier with him. 3 in the middle. Corner. Buried in the 6-yard box. 4 to come from deeper. And there's Matteo, this time gets in the right position and finds nobody in his way. Qualimer on his own at the back. Leonard. McManaman. Bjanovic. Jones coming up. Great appeals from Fowler. Ball still in play, having failed to find the telling touch. That's another corner. Same formation. Leonardson. Well, he hit it well enough, but never looked like getting on target, and it's worth having a look to see what Fowler was appealing for, as Jones played the ball in. Came off the back of the heel, and as Ismail turned, presumably the appeal was for hands, but it didn't look like it to me, I have to say. Down the middle. Malaman left side. Redknapp. Matteo. 2 sevens together. We wait for the cross. One by Ismail Ince. Good save. Very good save. Owen. Jones. Far better start to the second half than Liverpool made to the first. McManaman has been involved in everything so far. Good challenge by Pele. And here's McManaman. Yannaby. Fowler couldn't get there. Jones got there first, the man who's never scored for Liverpool. But Ince had a good strike here.
That's an excellent save by the goalkeeper. I think he saw it till very, very late. It's unfortunate for Ince, it wasn't on his right foot, but he did well to keep it down and skid it off the turf, but the goalkeeper was always in command.
Free kick, challenge from behind. Jones. Sushaparik in the way. Ince made it his. No foul.
It's worth noting already that Ince has got himself in the penalty area. Rob Jones has also got himself in the penalty area. I think Liverpool have started off very well in this second half, and this is actually probably the best phase in the whole game.
Looks like Patrick Berger to be the first substitute. 7 on the bench, 3 may be used. Leonardson. Free kick against Para. Yannaby. No. And that'll be his last involvement. Stick with Yannaby. It's his number that's being shown. He's a bit surprised.
Well, quite rightly surprised as well. He's been one of Liverpool's brighter players, and his crossing from the left-hand side has been excellent throughout the game. He's got forward very well defensively. He's done well in the situations, and I find that a bit strange, unless, of course, Liverpool are going to push on and just play through. They're already pushing Leonardson across, and Berg will play down the right-hand side.
Gets into the game immediately. Play for the Czech Republic, nice touch. But not a shot to match the touch.
I think it was a case of rush of blood. I find that strange if Roy Evans is asking Oyvind Leonardson to play as a left-back getting forward, which is exactly what Bjornaby did in the whole game.
Substitution now to be made by the French. And it's Ismail who's withdrawn. And he's going to be replaced by Yannick Roth. Matteo Fowler!
Good deep cross, was that again Matteo attacking the ball at the far post. Fowler just in front of his defender, couldn't quite gain control of the ball.
Leonardson. Redknapp. Leonardson has got forward down that side, and Redknapp has attempted to find him, but it's well read by Sushaparik. Quality player, this defender from the Czech Republic. Fowler couldn't make it. Ince And the goalkeeper would not have been able to recover, went with his feet rather than his hands, but Owen just couldn't steer it in.
Well, it was an excellent strike by Ince. It all could back to the goalkeeper. One can only assume that Owen took his eye off the ball.
Strasbourg. It's Kramer. And the second substitution, the one predicted. Karl-Heinz Riedler waits to come up. Rob Jones to be replaced. And in less than 3/4 of an hour of need, Liverpool turned to a man whose goals won the European Cup for Borussia Dortmund last season. Three-man front line. Leonardson came back across the face of the defence. Owen. Referee calls it evens. And in the end, the free kick is given against Owen. And he's not very happy with life. Redknapp, bottom of the back man. Kine stretching for it, and the free kick given against him. And that's his last act because he's coming off. Substitutions thick and fast. And it's going to be Aziz Baba who will replace him. Born in Strasbourg, 21-year-old. Redknapp to take. And here is Fowler. Can't get to it. But Fowler just stood his ground. He's a good player, this Nigerian. On the edge of their squad for the World Cup.
He just stood his ground and he made himself big as he possibly could be, and wouldn't let Fowler get any purchase or any leverage on a header on the goal. Now Liverpool, if you look at them across the pack, they've really just got Matteo and Kavama, the only defenders they possess on the pitch at the moment, so it really is a final throw of the dice for Roy Evans.
Manneman, Ince, Leonardson pulls wide to the left. It's the only ball really on for Ince, and it's being jockeyed across the pitch. Played by Redknapp. But there were a lot of static players then. Leonardson. Rather close to each other. Fowler not showing good control. Fowler. Foul. Red by Sushaparik. Leads a counter. Fowler gets great applause for tracking back, but Liverpool don't want him there.
No, I'm not sure either. Liverpool players are all over the place at the moment. Manaman's currently occupying the right-back position. Berger's now been pushed into midfield after coming on as a right-back. Leonardson, not a natural crossover football, has been asked to play left-back and he's right-footed.
Berger. Riedler comes near post, but Berger doesn't get the ball across when he should have. Well, it certainly is a curious formation. Can they contrive something from it? It's to Shapari. One up Ince. Cracked away by Rott. Mistake by Quarima. She'll have to recover. It's been stolen by Zitali. Bounced away from Redknapp, but he didn't want it to. Berger. Ince. Leonardson, but the turn away. Here's Fowler. Still Fowler. So it's down to 3 goals in 30 minutes. It's been done before, but never in a comeback in a European tie. And here's a chance for Conte. Good block by Matteo. At least it's not been done by an English side. Riedler. Fowler. Zitali. And Conte. Well, he made a name for himself in the first leg. An unfamiliar name to the Danes, and he's a young Danish lad. He scored in that match and is better known now, but he didn't take what was a good opportunity here. Another end back from Liverpool. This is Leonardson. That's a good cross. Riedler just unable to get up high enough. McManaman. Well won by Redknapp. Looks and shakes of the head, shrugs of the shoulders. 2 on 2 again here. Matteo has done well. McManaman. Riedler. Owen wide. Riedler. Quick kick against Decourt. Ince. Riedler up ahead. Ince. Riedler. Penalty! Ince and Riedler between them contriving the opening, and Decourt looks distraught. Ball back from Riedler was not the best, but when he got it back again, he got tangled with Decourt, and the referee had no doubt about it. Pointed immediately to the spot. Tiny challenge that could prove to be so costly. Fowler to take, must score. Does. Quick look at the watch from Roy Evans. His team are in business.
And if they're to progress further in the tie, they have to score another goal within the next 5 minutes. It's so important. Because Strasbourg on the rack now. They don't commit too many players forward, Liverpool. It's got to be controlled aggression. Excellent penalty by Fowler. He waited to see where the goalkeeper moved and slotted it cool as you like.
Missed one here in the last match against Derby County. And that was a quality penalty. 63 minutes, the time of the goal. the circle. McManaman. Owen goes to the right. This is Riedler, holds it up. Trying to get Leonardson through. Rott's head. At least the match has got itself into some sort of qualification for famous failure, if nothing else. But maybe there is a lot there. Well, hoping to get an distraction. In the end, he gives away a free kick. Teacher, the captain, absolutely no doubt that he was fouled.
He's trying to use all his experience as well, wasn't he? Just making out the injuries far worse. And it was 1 second he couldn't walk, and now he's jogging to the centre circle.
We seem to have lost the clock. Let me tell you, 25 minutes remaining for Liverpool to score 2. And then it would be extra time. Matteo. Ince. Leonardson. Getting plenty of space, but always wants to come inside and not get around the back, as Björneby might have done. Almost a good touch by Riedler, who's almost given it back to. This is Dacour. Collet. You've got to win it back. Between them, McManaman getting a little overexcited. He was well beaten then and probably knows it, and that's what's upset him.
He'd also done the hard work by forcing Collet back to his own goal. He just needed to usher him exactly the way he was going. It was frustration got the better of McManaman.
Gogi. Oh, Robbie Fowler started the second 100 with a goal, which has perhaps worried this man, coach Strasbourg. He hasn't made too many mistakes. This is good play by Batik. Not the greatest pass though. McManaman from deep. Owen. Lott forcing him to go back. And Lott and Owen going for each other again on this side behind the referee's back. This is Leonardson. Back across the face. Redknapp. Not too far away. The referee is going to come and have a word with Michael Owen and with Yannick Rott, proving the referees do have eyes in their back, because they were having a little prance and dance and whatever else you want to call it.
Well, I think Owen's fighting above his weight division as well.
Just proving to each other that each can speak in the other's language. Berger. At times a tendency to want to play the ball back. College has spread it into the night sky. Owen. Fowler. Zitelli, little nudge, nice pull down. Conte asking rather too much of him. Redknapp, Fowler wide to the left. Redknapp finds him. Berger couldn't take, no foul, it was an accidental collision. Rabat, putting his side into a little bit of trouble.
Just an experience from Matteo and a rush to try and keep the ball moving and to work Strasbourg. His left-footed is skewed out. He's just broken down Liverpool's momentum. It also remains to be seen how important that the Owen miss will be to his side. To have scored then so early in the second half would have given Liverpool more time to go on and get a second.
Strasbourg's free kick. 20 minutes left. And for sure it's not a match you can leave. Might happen. On the other hand, it might not. Leonardson. But you've got to know, haven't you? Berger. Zitelli. No. Shouldn't be anyway. Three goals in 4 games. Liverpool have scored not quite the 4th game in the UEFA Cup this season. 3 goals they started with, 4 goals they've got now. But they need 2 more in this tie. This is Strasbourg. Penalty, of course, was the first goal they scored at home. They were held scoreless by Celtic here. That's a fine ball by Redknapp to Fowler. Riedler getting to the middle. Support coming from the back of the box. Goalkeeper in Dakar. Here's McManaman. Still McManaman. Owen is unlucky, it's blocked. Redknapp. Berger. Too long. Should have been allowed to run, but Akpara made it his. Ngogi. The challenge ends. Ball was out. Come on, it's got to happen. Almost looked like Michael Owen's younger brother, this one.
He looks older than Michael Owen, Barry.
Not 18 until next month, Michael Owen. Free kick. He could have a point up far up, but the referee's whistle has gone. It's a question of who isn't in the box. Oh, goodness me. He's played many a good ball. That's better. Fowler somewhat underneath it. Dakar. Berger! Too many in the way, sometimes players on your own side. McManaman did well, Leonardson. There were many better options than that. Ngogi coming square. This is he, number 13. Rabat. Collet. Oh, in no hurry. Liverpool supporters in a hurry for their team to get the ball back. That's good control play. If the situation was the other way around, they'd be applauding the French. If you've got eagle-eyed, you'll note that I don't need to give you times anymore. What will they say at school tomorrow? Article. Goal kick. News from Villa Park is that Aston Villa are beating Bilbao, have beaten them indeed by 2 goals to 1. So they are in round 3, Aston Villa. Liverpool struggling to join them.
It's slightly unfortunate, really. He knew which pass to pick out. Berger brought his man inside to take him back outside, and really just a case of it's over, isn't it? If anything, he could have kept it on the ground. Berger would have had a better chance of regaining the ball.
Ince. McManaman. Owen. Running Watt. Susha Parek doing what the square man is meant to do, just coming across, getting in the way. Another corner. Little smile from Ronnie Moran. Well out by Susha Parek. Yes, he played well defensively in the home leg for the French. Played well again. Dacour, Akpara, Susha Parek. Leonardson. No. You do wonder, I must say, about the fact that he always wants to come back across this way.
Well, the problem, of course, is when you're playing down the left and you are right-footed, you have to cut back. You're just buying time for the defenders just to get themselves organised.
I thought only Emlyn Hughes did that here. Zitali. Collet. Zitali. Who's giving it away? Berger. Fowler. Riedler. McManaman. Owen down the touchline. 3 on the edge of the box. Paul Ince. No. Oh, it's a frustrating game to watch as well as to play.
They've also reached desperation stakes now, twice in a matter of 2 minutes. Leonardson down the left-hand side, he looks hit across, which is overhit, and Ince has never scored a goal, Barry, from there in his life. I don't suggest he ever will do, not left-footed anyway.
Matteo. Berger. Redknapp. Ince. It's done well. And here is Riedler. Keeper just did enough. Owen. They're queuing up. Oh! He's probably got several words for it, Paul. Good cross by Owen. And it's thought it was in.
The goalkeeper was just readjusting from palming the cross away. He hadn't set himself. That was on target, that was in.
McManaman. Riedler. Free kick conceded by Dacour. possession by the French, but the ricochets are of French design. Zitelli, Collet. Never looked back, sorting out his feet. Everybody moving away. Leonardson. Fowler is the only one to offer with. Tries to get the early cross. Second chance. 6 up in the box. Out by Sushaparek. Leonardson. Not offside. Yes, he is. Minutes have gone by since the penalty. 10 minutes remain. From whence cometh the inspiration, the moment to remember. Given for the challenge by Riedler.
It's amazing how disciplined Strasbourg have been defensively. They've man-marked all the 3 forwards now, Riedler, Fowler and Owen, and Suchaparek has always been the free man. He's always been the man to spot the danger, and at times he hasn't had to react to danger, he's spotted it before it's actually happened.
And this is a team in 14th place in the 18-strong French league. Certainly playing better in Europe. Liverpool have not really played well enough. Penalty over the 2 legs of this tie so far. Lots of effort. Effort alone insufficient so far. Every player except David James in an attacking position. Fowler couldn't get there, not without pushing his man out of the way indeed, and the free kick is given.
There's also no movement over the... When Suze Redknapp got over the ball, nobody seemed to want to move. It's so important from those situations that at least you have one of the red shirts moving, just to make defenders move, and it acts as a chain reaction to the rest of your forwards.
Redknapp. Berger. That's too much. Conte. McManaman. Berger. Offer on the left side from Leonardson. And he's come back inside again. And it's across the face of defenders. They ought to clear that. Challenge on McManaman, which brings a yellow card for Rott. Well, he's in the book, but he might be a little unlucky. Berger or Redknapp again. Or by James. It's Berger, and it's straight against the wall. McManaman! Good improvisation by the goalkeeper. Well, it's that sort of goalkeeper who can use any part of his anatomy to make the save. And it was a very quick reaction. But here's Ince. McManaman again, and in! The second goal is Karl-Heinz Riedler. 6 minutes to go. Liverpool get their second. Suddenly the smiles return. Just got the right position, Riedler, as McManaman's header intercepted the 6-yard area. Ince. Still Ince. Berger. McManaman, oh, it ran off his instep. Owen. Trying to go through. Corner was not saved. The same position as against Paris Saint-Germain. They pull back two. Can they this time find the third? Corner too short. Strasbourg want to make a substitution just to delay things a bit. Few spectators there all of a sudden. And here's McManaman. Free kick has been given. Making a bit of a meal of it. Referee says play on. Referee says Ngogi, you're not hurt, I'm playing on. Well done, Mr. Pedersen. He's got up now, of course, the player. He's lucky not to be shown a card for that. If he had, of course, he would have been on. Here's Mathieu. Berger wants it. Everybody wants it. Nobody can find it. 4 minutes left. Mathieu. Sushapari suggesting that attack is the better part of defence. There's Ngogi. Good stuff from the French. But back on Liverpool again. It's Redknapp. Lennartson played early down the line. He does. Berger. Lennartson stays back rather than going forward, which is surprising. Referee in the way. Collet. Well chased by Riedler. But this is Zitelli. It's got to stay in play. Now, many would have held it in the corner rather than crossing it, especially with nobody else there. Redknapp. Riedler in the van up front. Owen. Lennartson rather reluctant to get forward, which I don't understand. Ince. Riedler. Still Riedler. Couldn't hold it.
He'd actually done the hard work as well, Riedler. Lovely little ball from Ince played into his path. He just stood up, held the ball up, and he tried to turn the defender, just managed to take it away for a goal kick for Strasbourg.
And the substitution to be made. Miseli for Zitelli. Miseli for Zitelli. Just delays things, takes a little bit of the verve out of the game. Good reaction from the home support. To be expected. Conte. Miseli. Well played, Collingwood. Miseli doing a good job. in the few moments he's being allowed. The last minute. Liverpool can't get hold of the ball again. Redknapp. Fowler on his knees. Are Liverpool. Berger being followed everywhere by Rabat. Ince. Front men are finding too many locked doors. Mattia. Kramer. It's got to go forward. Ince. Truth, they're surviving without too many problems. Forward, forward, forward. It's been like that from the start. We're now playing the time that Mr. Patterson, the referee, is allowing for the odd stoppage. Can't be too much. Liverpool throw. No. The linesman and the referee not in accord. And this time it is held in the corner. And the corner one. Does he really know what it's all about? They do. They've made the journey from Strasbourg. Conte. Goal kick. It's got to be quick. Breather underneath it. Owen starts to go forward. Sousa Parik in the way yet again. Baticle. Conte. Deep into the crowd behind the goal. Or arguing over who's giving it back. Is it going to be a grey night like he's had? Mattia. And they can't get up in the air for it. Baticle. Free kick. Given away by the Strasbourg captain.
One last effort here from Liverpool. It's a case of just getting the ball into the penalty area as quickly as you possibly can and looking for the red shirts to pick the bits and pieces up.
David James coming forward. Almost scored. He came forward against Strasbourg. Now there's nobody there and he's going back. History has repeated itself. Another French side has come to Anfield to frustrate Roy Evans. But like the tie against Paris Saint-Germain last season, this tie was lost on French soil. Too much Liverpool gave themselves to do. They made it exciting in the second half. But in the end, in those last few minutes, you have to say that Strasbourg survived well.
Also, the failure really to score in the first half was very instrumental in Liverpool not getting through the tie. Roy Evans gambled early into the second half, taking the two full-backs on, putting midfield players on, and Liverpool huffed and puffed, but they never really created the clear-cut chances that the domination of the game deserved. And in the end, Strasbourg, really, they're very, very co-efficient. They marked very well. Defensively, they were always solid, just vulnerable to the high ball, but over the two legs, they've deserved to go through on the tie.
Well, tears for Liverpool supporters. What does their manager feel about it? Here's Roy Evans with Ray Stubbs.
Roy, wow. What's your assessment of the way that went?
Well, I can't ask for any more than what we got. I mean, the lads were fantastic. They've given it all. Sometimes you need a break of the ball. Sometimes you need one to just bounce down for you. But I think that bounce in their box seemed to go to them. They defended well, to be fair to them. But we said at half-time, you know, we had a great chance still to win the game. And I honestly believe we could have done it, but again, we've just fallen short.
When the second goal went in, the whole place lifted. What were your thoughts then?
Well, I thought we had a great chance, but again, it's that little spell where they did well and they kept the ball. It was hard to keep the momentum going. But you're looking for a break, and sometimes you don't get there.
They gave it everything that they had tonight. A lot of things have been said about your team and you over the past couple of weeks. What do you think the response of this football club will be and you?
You see the response. The punters have come tonight, the fans, they've got behind us all the way. They've given a stand ovation going off. I can't ask any more of the players than that. Okay, sometimes we're looking for a bit of better quality, we might have finished better, but effort and commitment was fantastic tonight, and we deserved a bit more than we got.
Do you think there's a message come out of your performance tonight, although you're out of Europe?
Well, to be honest, we lost it over there, and that's the message for us. We can't afford to go away and come away with a 3-goal deficit, but you know, we have to learn off that and learn fast.
Roy, thanks for talking to us so soon.
So there we are. Liverpool are out, but Aston Villa, no real form in the Premiership at the moment, are through to the third round. Today they beat Athletic Bilbao 2-1 there. Their goal scorers were Taylor and Dwight York. They were 2-0 up. 2-1 they win on aggregate. Well, I expect you were heading a few balls and kicking a few balls with us during the last few minutes of that. We were all leaping around it. And your man here, I have to tell you, Mr. Calm was getting very worked up there.
It was exciting. The last 10 minutes was terrific.
Yeah.
And, Liverpool gained some pride. It's always hard to go to Europe, but I feel that when I've played in Europe myself, if you went out, you looked at the opposition, you know, and think, is this team capable of winning this tournament? I don't think Strasbourg are.
They're not.
I don't think they are. So that makes it 10 times worse. Liverpool have gone out to a team that, in my opinion, can't win this competition.
But they did have chances, Liverpool, there. I mean, there were a list of other chances that might have gone in, Ince and Owen in particular.
I mean, Roy said they lost it in the first leg, which I think is fair enough. But you just think in the second half, when they did have Riedler and Berger, they had bodies in the box. There were chances, you know, the head in the air. I mean, they did struggle in the air. And I think Liverpool could have done it this evening. But, you know, it's frustrating. And you just think that, you know, I think they're going to sit in that dressing room thinking an opportunity has been lost.
If you're chasing a 3-0 deficit, you're always going to be in trouble.
It's never been done. Nobody's ever come back from it.
To be fair to Liverpool, they were in control. David James has not had a save to make. They've had the chances, but they lost it.
The final ball was bad as well on occasions. When they were in good position, some of the crossing was poor.
So Liverpool now just got to concentrate on what? The League, the FA Cup and the Coca-Cola Cup.
It's only a treble.
Just a possible treble. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it despite the fact that Liverpool have gone out tonight. We'll see you for Match of the Day on Saturday. Till then, from us, bye.